So finally we moved out, me and Alex moved out. We moved from Scotland down south to the Big Smoke, London. Mental. I didn't actually know it was called the Big Smoke. Like, people were saying, oh, good luck in the Big Smoke, and I was thinking, Big Smoke? I was like, who the fuck's Big Smoke? Big Smoke's like that big fat guy who's Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. That's the only Big Smoke person I know. Anyway, before we get started with this video, before we get started with episode 4, I just want to say a massive thank you, because during the week, on Sunday or Monday I think it was, just after I posted the last episode, we hit 1,000 subscribers, which I know does not sound much, alright? You're probably thinking, right Ben, it's only 1,000 subscribers, like people you usually watch, or most people on YouTube have like 10,000, 50,000, a million or whatever, but if you think about it, like, I'm just this, as I've always said, this little daft cunt from Bathgate. If you sit 1,000 people in a room who are watching you talk, that's absolutely mental. Especially in the last video, I don't know what happened. Like, I got like a lot of views on that, and I was just thinking, if you had to sit down like 2,000 people in a room and watch you, it's absolutely mental. So for every single person who has subscribed, thank you so much. If you've not subscribed, please do, because I am very much enjoying being back on YouTube and of course documenting this prep series. So welcome back to another YouTube video, episode number 4 of the series. Every single time I go to say like the number, like if it's 1, 2, 3, 4 or whatever it is, I always go to say it in a different fucking language. I have no idea why, because I don't know any other languages, which is fucking stupid. However, as you've guessed by the title of the video, as I mentioned at the start of the video, me and Alex are now living in London, alright? So I'm going to give you like a quick tour of the house, not like an MTV Cribs tour, because it's literally a 1-bedroom flat, so it will take me like 35 seconds to show you all the rooms. However, it's literally the most common question that I get asked. Ben, how are you finding London? How's the gym? How's the area? Whatever. So I just thought, you know what, I'll document it, because it's literally a question I get asked every single day from people here, people who are new to YouTube, people who are obviously friends and family back home, so I'm going to document that, alright? I'll quickly show you a quick tour of our flat. So, first room, living room, couch. That's actually our couch. We had to bring some furniture with us. Plants, pictures, shit like that. Fireplace, which I wouldn't usually pick a fireplace, but obviously we're just renting this place. This isn't actually our house, but fireplace is nice, it does work, but I'm never setting a fire in my own fucking house because it'll burn down. Fuck that. Telly, this is not actually our couch. Table, and of course, like, where I work, which is basically my office. So like right now, it is pretty crowded in here, especially because I'm used to like having like an actual office to work in. Like, my dad's had like an actual spare room where I used to work. So your living room is your living room, your office was your office, your bedroom is your bedroom, whatever. So right now it's like everything's on top of each other. We obviously knew that coming to London it was going to be like this. However, the table is staying. This couch is actually moving because this is not our couch. It's a piece of shit, so we don't actually need it. So we're told the landlord we do not need it. So hopefully within the next week or so that is moving, which should free up some room. But anyway, room 1, living room, man. Bedroom, nice and simple. Bed, of course. Drawers, telly. We actually have a back garden as well, which is fantastic, but I'll talk to you about that in a second. That wardrobe was already here, so it's good for storage, and this one we actually had to buy, and it took me 5 hours to fucking build it, which is not ideal. Drawers, mirror, but yes. Bedroom, nice and easy, decent size for being in London, and obviously having our own bed, a big bed, is very important, because sleep is key for gains, man. So the most important room of the house, the kitchen, because that is where gains are made, man. Anyway, like, I know you're probably thinking, why the fuck is a kitchen so special? Because we're obviously used to living, I'm saying obviously, we went between like 2 homes, like Alex's parents and then my dad's house. So when you have to share like a kitchen, it's very hard, especially when we're at my dad's house. Like, for storage, I have a lot of supplements, protein, and obviously food. But now, because we have a, I don't know if you can see it, big fridge, lovely freezer, it's absolutely fantastic for keeping our own stuff in without having to fucking ram things in or not being able to buy stuff in advance. Also, cupboard space, fantastic. We have sausage seasonings, other shit. There's actually loads of empty space as well, but it's just nice to be able to put like cereal there, protein there, plates there, whatever, instead of being like, at my dad's house I literally had a supplements cupboard, food cupboard, and that was it, which is again not ideal. However, One more thing, I actually put this on my Instagram story, and I did not have a clue how much air fryer connoisseur, is that what you call it? Like when somebody's good at something or has an opinion on something. Air fryer connoisseurs I had on my Instagram, alright? I literally got this bad boy delivered the other day, an air fryer. The simple reason being is that I now have potatoes in my diet, which is fantastic. Yet I had no clue how to use it. So I actually had to like boil my potatoes and then put them in there, and it was shit. Like it just turned it to like a big fried potato lump basically. So I literally put my Instagram story saying, can anybody help me in regards to how to make the perfect fries, and genuinely like 50 people messaged me like paragraphs with use this much oil, this much salt, paprika, blah blah blah, and it was fantastic. So I appreciate you all so much for that, and I'll keep you updated in regards to next time I make some fries, man. So this flat is a lot smaller than the one we had before. We actually had a flat in Bathgate, which is a small town in between Glasgow and Edinburgh. Big up Bathgate, BYT, young team, what a place. Anyway, we moved from there back into between my dad's house and Alex's parents' house. So we obviously, especially Alex, had so much stuff. Like we had all our clothes, don't know how you fucking say clothes properly. That was fucking weird. Why am I making it sound weird? We had so much stuff to bring down here, right? So we've obviously just moved stuff from like 2 houses into this one small flat. But however, it's honestly fantastic. See, just having your own place again is literally the best thing ever, especially from having your own place, then going back to living with parents, and then being like, fuck, you don't understand how much you appreciate your own space. However, it's obviously very, very expensive here, right? We're paying more than double for a place that's half the size of our old place. But of course, with London comes more opportunity. That is why it is so expensive. However, it is what it is. We're here, we're enjoying it. But I am going to make my pre-workout meal. I'm going to take you in for a push session. Literally every single time I've done a fucking YouTube video, it's landed on push. I apologise, however, it is what it is. Alright, so I'm going to take you on that. I'm not going to talk. I might just leave it raw, or I might just put some music over it, but I will catch you for pre-workout meal, and then push, man. Quickly, I was just making my meal there to go to the gym. I need to try and calm down, but not a lot of people know the kind of music that I listen to, because the music that I listen to isn't really something that you can put over the top of a training video or like a montage for the gym. Usually it's like rap music or whatever you want to call it, but I just wonder, this is one thing that I would love to be able to do. There is so many people I know for a fact like who hate this music, especially Alex. She's like, I fucking cannot stand it. But I know there is so many people who love a little MC tune, mate. Like, please comment down below, I just want to know, out of curiosity, do you like MC tunes? Please, please, please let me know. Like, imagine you were like on holiday or something, or whatever, and you were able to sing like this guy. Literally my window's open and there's people who live up the stairs who are probably thinking, what the fuck is that guy down the stairs doing? Anyway, pre-workout meal is done. I'm going to try and calm down a little bit and then get hyped back up to go train. Catch us for push, man. Fuck, man. actually going to speak during this video, so I've not got the correct mic, so I do apologise if it's hard to hear me, but this is actually a new movement for me. I was doing the Cybex press, but if you've seen on my Instagram story, I'd been on like 4.5 plates for 7 for like 7 weeks, so it was time to swap it out. So AJ just added in this incline hammer strength press. Now, I used to use this in flex, like almost like 4 months ago, even 4 or 5 months ago I think it was. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because somebody asked me like what to do when you stall. So I used to go in this, as I just said, and I was on like 55 for 8 or 60 for 6, sorry, I just looked back on my old logbook numbers. So I used to get 60 for 6, and that was for like 4 or 5 weeks, so we swapped it out. Now obviously 4 months later I've came back and I just got 70 for 7 on my first session, so it's good to obviously see that when you take time away from something, you can still make progress when you go back to something. So yeah, start numbers 70 for 7, which felt absolutely fantastic. A fantastic chest session, try to grow these breasts and delts and triceps, alright, which was very, very good. It was also nice to get that that incline hammer strength put back in. It felt absolutely fantastic, and it was obviously nice to see a progression from last time that I had used it. However, I'm going to wrap the video up at that. Just one thing like I wanted to mention before like wrapping the video up. Obviously the video is based on like me and Alex moving to London, which is fantastic. We love it so much, especially here. It's like starting to feel like home, which is nice. However, as always, I'm always very, very real. And when people ask me like, oh, how's London? Like, obviously on social media and stuff like that, it looks like people always go, oh, you're killing it and you're doing this one, next thing you look, it looks amazing. It is amazing, all right? Obviously just having a place with Alex is the main thing. However, like this is something that like, again, like I'm just talking my mind here, obviously, alright? Like, sometimes people think like I'm fucking mentally strong or that I'm always like buzzing about shit. Like, being in London has been like, not a wake-up call, but kinda a wake-up call. Like, you don't realise how much support you have around you. Obviously here I have Alex, which I've said 500 times, but like, when I don't have like my brother, when you don't have your friends and even fucking the boys in the gym and things like that, like, even though I would always do the exact same thing back home. I would work, drive to the gym, train, come home and then just chill with Alex. So I'm basically still doing that. But see, like, speaking to more people, see being around more people, even just going for a coffee with your mates and things like that, coming away for that has been like kind of shit, and it does feel very, very lonely sometimes. Of course, alright, I spoke to AJ about this. He was the same when he first moved to, I think it was close to Birmingham he moved. Maybe I'm talking shit, but he said he was the same. He obviously left, knew nobody, left his family, so it can be very, very difficult. But that's just me being transparent. I want to obviously show you the good stuff, but also the not so good stuff. But that not so good stuff will get better, alright? But it will all come with time, alright? But again, I know this episode has been a little bit different, alright, but as I said at the start of the episode, like it's a question that I get asked a lot is, how is London, what's it like and things like that, and obviously I'll just document that more and more as time comes on. There's like fantastic things around where we live in Crystal Palace, there's a fantastic park with like a lake and things like that, so I'll make sure I show you all of that, even though it's not David Attenborough's fucking nature programme, alright, but I'll show you, alright. Anyway, I am going to wrap the video up at that. By the way, I am absolutely fine. Like I mentioned that on my Instagram before as well about like feeling quite lonely. I am honestly fine, alright? I just wish I could bring some people from Bonnie, Scotland down here, some of the boys, and of course the dog, Bo, would be fantastic. But anyway, thank you for watching. As I said at the start of the video, thank you so fucking much for all the support on this YouTube channel, especially recently, ever since I started it on prep, it's been fucking nuts. So yeah, just like, what to do is, could you let me know if you watched my video, alright? Just like message me on Instagram being like, oh, I enjoy your content or whatever, because so many people, or like a few people will come up to me in the gym, or they'll message me and be like, oh, I'm loving your content, and I'm like, I didn't even have a clue that you watch my stuff. So either comment down below, or share it in your Instagram story, or just message me on Instagram, alright? If you have subscribed, thank you so much. If you've not, please make sure you do, and I will catch you for episode 5 next week. Alright? Cheers, team.